We look at our colliery where there's 1,100 men employed. Once that colliery closes, there's all communities die. There's 2 trains coming from the railway, British Rail, every day, so they've lost their jobs straight away. With the steel industry, with 300 tonnes of steel goes into our colliery every day to be used. We've also got the ancillary work, such as engineering works in his own vicinity, which will lose out. They'll not have work. So when we attack a mining community, we attack a lot more people besides, and I believe it's time people did realise this. Mr McGregor's not just going to close our collieries, he's going to close a hell of a lot more work down in this country.
Well, actually in Woomble, it's in Tony Pit village like Cortonwood is, which is only 1.5 miles from where I live. And I think people in Yorkshire would have been through Cortonwood. They know that Pit starts at one end and school's at other, and it is just a street actually through Cortonwood. And we've heard that school is closing as well, and same as gentlemen have said, what good are their homes, what they've bought? Who wants to buy an home in a mining community where there's just no work? And there seems to be no prospect of getting work.
Why should we have to move in here?
Well, this is not industrial gypsies, are we?
I don't want to move.
No.
I was born and bred there. Why should I have to uproot myself? That man is 72 years of age. My husband's 40. He hopes to work till 65. And that man's not going to tell him he's got to finish at 40.
Well, not only that, we've got young boys down with us, 25, 26, and this is their 5th pit for them to work in because they've shut them all. The trouble is, as I say, it's the last pit in the Rhondda now. They got nowhere else to go. I mean, at 25, 26, you can't chuck them on a scrappy.
They have closed the Wyndham Western, and the wounds of men bleed in terraced houses, weary with redundancies, births and deaths. And history, turning in on itself, and all that in itself speaks only of slaggy tons searching for flames in lumps of coal. And the village cannot sleep, as coal flames die behind the closed doors of eyes that cannot weep. Tears too are redundant.
And I can't remember in the time that I've been in the coal mines when the NUM has fought against the closure of a pit through exhaustion. It's never happened. A miner working under air conditions knows exactly what's coming, knows exactly the future of his pit's limited because they've extracted the coal resources that are there. And a decision's got to be made. Do you take redundancy or do you take transfer money and do you move? Or in a position where a pit isn't exhausted, do you stand and fight? And fight for your community, your family, etc. And that's the decision that the miners have taken at this time. We're standing and we're fighting for pits that still have coal in them.
Who am I to ask them why this pit must live, that pit must die? They say but sir, it's economics, that's juggling by financial comics. What maxim has the NCB, the miners' lot or LSD? Pitricide means to murder a pit for economic reasons. And there was many a pit, and there was many a pit village murdered in the county of Durham for economic reasons. And here was one of them. Ye brave bold men of caution, the day is drawing near. You'll have to change your language, lads, you'll have to change what cheer. But leave your picks behind you, you'll ne'er need them again. And off you go to Nottingham, join Robin's merry men. Ye brave bold men of caution, the day is drawing near.
Black, eerie, cold and empty, that's how she'll always be. Cold, bleak and neglected, miles beneath the sea. The silent, still coal faces, machines no longer in use, the timbers bending with weight, the girders working loose. Maybe the ghosts of men, lost in the bowels of the earth, through trying to make a future, but now what is it worth? All for the sake of money, it is gone and closed for good, leaving behind the misery, just like they knew it would. But who feels the pain? Certainly not those at the top. It's the ordinary, honest miner, whose lives will have to stop. So where is all the money? Has it gone to a foreign land to help to preserve a pyramid from sinking into the sand? Or maybe they fancy another bomb to protect us from a war. They won't need to watch the Russians, for it's here we have the core. A bubbling little time bomb. These men won't take much more. First a gentle ripple, and then a full-scale war. So all you high up nobodies, take heed of what we say. The miners will be united, and they will soon see their day.
I think myself that they want the trade union, they want the people in this country just to be cap in hand and turn up for a day. Oh, well, you can work because your face fits. That's what I wanted back. They want us cap in hand on the mouth and then tend to see that they get us that way. But they're not breaking us because we're all solid.